Alright guys, Leo here with my stock Arrma Typhon project, trying to see if I can get out of stock. Arrma, ESC, and motor. I've been running on the stock spool up until now. Tallest gearing I've gotten to is a 29/46 pinion spur, and I got up to 92.5, which I'm pretty impressed with. So instead of keep fiddling with that stock center spool, which I know is going to explode at some point or melt, I decided I'm going to build a lock center spool. I watched a video online. I believe the guy's name is Typhon. Fucking awesome video. Dude knows his stuff. I took a lot of his ideas and I just rearranged them for my own personal reasons, because I wanted a little bit heavier duty, a little bit stronger setup than what he did. But then again, I definitely couldn't have done it without watching his video, because I had no idea where to start. I've been out of the RC game for a long time and just decided I got bored one day and bought an RC car. So here's where I'm at. I have my pieces laid out here for you to see. Pretty simple. This is really pretty simple, man. This is the first time I've ever done this. I didn't even know what parts to buy. I kind of just guessed and it worked out really well. So let me just assemble all this and I'll explain it as I go and show you the end result. Alright, so there's your stock motor mount, stock bearing in there. This is the reason I did it this way as opposed to the way Typhon did it with the 5mm, because you need new bearings and everything. My way, I think, is going to be a little stronger. Definitely looks cooler. And I think it's just a little more bulletproof and easier that I didn't have to buy new bearings and figure all that crap out. Here's your 8mm shaft. This fits right into the stock bearings. This is actually a boring tool shaft, it's called, or a lathe shaft. It's used on a lathe or as a boring tool to make sure things are straight. So it's fucking dead straight, and that's why I like it. And it's strong as hell. It's made of high strength steel. Say that 5 times fast. And it's really cheap. I got 5 of these 100mm for $8.99 with free shipping on Amazon Prime. This has to be cut to almost exactly 50mm. The way, if you do everything exactly the way I do, if you don't do it the way I do, you have to figure it out yourself. That's your problem. If you do it the way exactly the way I did it, 50mm spot on, or you're going to have issues with the dog bones not having enough room to move. Too short, then you don't have enough room for your cup joints to screw on, have any strength. So the way I did it here is to take the stock motor mount and your 50mm, 8mm high strength steel shaft. That's going to go right in here, just like so. Okay. These are your cup joints that I used. I used HPI. That's the part number 86277. I didn't know what I was buying at the time. I just bought these because they had an 8mm hole, and I hoped it worked, and it worked out perfect. So use those if you want to do it exactly the way I did it. You have to create a flat spot in this with a Dremel or grinding somehow for your cup joint to tighten up to, or else you're going to have issues with it sliding right off. It's going to be useless. So that's going to go here. You tighten that down. I'm not really tightening anything down right now because I'm going to take it all apart and put Loctite. Use Loctite or else you're going to fall to pieces. Our next step is going to be, this is the inside race, I don't know the exact race, whatever it is, of a stock bearing. So this piece you see inside this stock bearing is that. All you do is buy a set of stock bearings. It's cheap, $5. There's your part number. Cut the outside off, the bearing balls will fall out, and that's what you're left with. It's 5mm wide. It makes perfect. Let me start over because I put this in backwards. That's off here, just flip it around, and that's the right side. It's a little offset because of the spur that I'm going to use. So let's put that back on. Again, I'm not doing this proper setup right now because I'm just putting it together for the video. So then we take our stock Reese, whatever. This is a hot racing spur gear. It's a 40 tooth I chose on this one. You can get other ones all the way down to a 32, I believe. This is the other cool thing. This is the difference between my setup and the one that Typhon did. He used a pinion gear with a 5mm shaft. I think this looks cooler. It's definitely going to be heavier duty. This is the Spur Adapter. I don't know the part number for this. I can't remember. I got it on eBay. It was kind of expensive. Both these are kind of expensive, like $15 or $20 each, but it's totally worth it because it works well and it looks cool. When you do this gear is considerably thicker or wider than the stock Spur. So your top bracket is going to have to be grinded out a little bit here. Not much, maybe like 2mm. It grinds out. And that allows this room to fit without rubbing on. It would grind itself off if you got it on there anyways. It wouldn't make a difference, just plastic. So we're going to put this right over the shaft like so. You have to notch this out again flat, just like you did with the cup joint for your screw to torque down onto. So that's going to go there. Let me tighten this up real quick. Again, that's not doing anything because I'm not really going to use this the way it is until I Loctite everything and tighten it down. So we're here right now. I have another stock bearing race that we pulled out. Same exact thing. You just cut it out of there. The bearings fall out and then you have this perfect 5mm shim. Okay, if you do it this way, you don't need a stack of shims like out to here. It doesn't make sense. You could do it. This is pretty simple, and those bearings are $5 for that, for 2 of them. Then you have 2 shims. That's all you need. 2 8mm inside diameter, 1/4mm thickness shims. So a 1/2mm worth of shimming. If you want to get 1 1/2mm, that'll work fine too. Don't buy these fucking Precision brand shims. They're expensive as hell and they're not accurate. They were 7.8mm inside. I had to grind the inside out of these with the Dremel tool. Pain in the ass. So don't buy those. If you do, you'll have to grind them out too. And it was like $13 for those, and I only needed 2 of them. Stock plastic piece of crap motor mount. Again, I stole the idea from Typhon to use another metal motor mount and lop that piece off, and you just need this one piece, except I fucked it up because I'm an idiot. So in my infinite retardation, I decided I was just going to cut this off with bolt cutters and bypass the time it took to cut it with a Dremel tool because I'm an idiot. And it smashed it, bent it, ruined it, and that's garbage now. So I'm going to use this one for now, and I'll have to order another one of those and cut it off. But again, once you cut this off, then you have this same piece. That's the piece you need right there, is your other side of your motor mount. So do it the right way. Don't do it like I did unless you want to be stupid. That slides right on there. Your other cup joint. Another flat spot, if you could see that in the video, that you grind out. Perfecto, right over the top. Very, very simple stuff, man. This probably took me 2 hours, and that was through trial and error because I had to cut the shaft a couple times to get it right because the dog bones didn't have enough room to move. 50mm, if you do it the way I do, 50mm is perfect. So now we're here. We're pretty much set. This is really a complete setup right there. Your stock bracket goes across. Remember, you have to grind out a little bit here to make this fit. And that's it's New Year's Eve, so people are setting off fireworks, and my little puppy here don't like it. Calm down. So that's it right here. We're complete finished product. It's perfect. It fits in there perfect. On my next run, I'm going to run it with a 30 tooth pinion, so 30/40. Hopefully, if I'm at 92 now, I'm hoping I can get to 104, 105 on that. I really don't know. Again, I've been out of the game for a long time and just fell in love with these cars watching YouTube videos at work. So that's your stuff. That's it. If you have any questions regarding part numbers or anything, let me know. I'll look at my receipts and let you know. But again, not only is that functional, but that looks pretty fucking cool. I ain't gonna lie. And then our motor would just mount right in there like normal. Blah, blah, blah. Pinion. Blah, blah, blah. And we're in there like swimwear. So, enjoy.